How's it going, Jack Attackers, and welcome back to another video for you guys. Today I'm going to be doing my review for Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 2, entitled The Hurt That Will Happen. But first, remember, if you guys are new, make sure to check out my social media and vlogging channel down in the description below. And without further ado, let's get into this. First things first, I do want to talk about the Daniel and Strand stuff that was in this episode. Obviously, going into this, I was really excited to see them back. And, Daniel's return was, teased throughout the promotional material for this season. And we knew he was going to be showing up sometime. And just to see these two characters interact again, share some scenes together, that was just really cool. Also, Strand telling Daniel about Madison and Nick, that was crazy. I mean, I wasn't expecting, I guess I should have, but I didn't. And when he mentioned them, I was like, I don't know, it's just really sad. I mean, and it did remind me of the good old days, I should say. And, so Daniel's trying to help the group getting the plane, and Daniel doesn't give it to him because he thinks that Strand makes everything worse, which, I mean, that's kind of rude, but I don't want to agree with him because Strand's trying to do the right thing and make up for all the bad things he's done in the past, so, you can't really blame him, so that's just my thoughts on that, but really loved them. We also got to see Skidmark, the cat. Daniel has a cat now, so yeah, he's been kind of just like holding up all by his lonesome with a cat, I guess. I don't know if he's like with anybody else. I wouldn't assume so, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was cool to see these two interact together, so definitely a pretty big highlight of the episode for me. The next thing I do want to talk about is kind of the search for Althea, or the search for the kids, I should say, Max and Dylan, and their sister, which they said her name in this episode. I didn't really catch it. It was like Jenny, maybe? I don't know. It was something weird, like, I don't know. Or maybe I just misheard, but, so John and June, they were going and finding them, and, I guess their stories do kind of eventually link up with Morgan and Alicia's story, with Grace and all the nuclear radiation stuff. I don't really know if it was nuclear, but all the radiation storyline, which I will get into in this review. John and June, they're just kind of going out, trying to find the kids, I guess, which they don't find them, which, I don't know. I mean, from what we saw of them, I'd like them back, I guess, but honestly, I don't really care. But at the end, when we saw the Walker heads on the sign outside their base, that was crazy. Who is that? Like, I don't know if it was Logan and his people. I mean, that's my only guess, because I don't really know who else would do it. Maybe it's a new threat. I think they should probably settle down with threats for right now, because we have Logan, we have, storylines, I should say. We have the Grace and the radiation threat. Well, Grace isn't a threat, at least not as of now. And then we also, we do have the black armored people. So I think they should kind of settle down with that, all these storylines. And hopefully it's just Logan and his people, but yeah, I don't know. In terms of the Morgan and Alicia stuff with Grace and all the radiation zombies, it was heavily teased that these zombies would be like, revolutionary to the Walking Dead universe, and it'd be a new way of zombie storytelling or whatnot. As what we saw for this episode, I wouldn't necessarily say that. I would say it's a cool concept, but it doesn't really excite me too much. Like, basically, you can't really touch these walkers or, breathe in their scent or whatever. Like, we saw, the bodies burned from these other group of people who, thought they were just burning bodies, but apparently, if you breathe that in, you get radiation poisoning, and, Morgan had to be decontaminated earlier on in the episode by Grace, and honestly, I'm feeling some sexual tension between them. I don't know if anyone else felt like that, but, we also had Morgan take off his wedding ring. I feel like it was kind of like, I kind of hope not, I kind of hope he just, keeps his wedding ring, and I don't know, I think it kind of, reminds me of, Morgan, still has a piece of his past, I don't know, Rick doesn't really have that currently, not really. I mean, he took off his wedding ring a long time ago, and yeah, I don't know, I kind of like that concept. But yeah, these radiation zombies, they're not entirely that cool. I mean, they don't really have even that good of a look. I mean, yeah, they have bumps on them and some like, I don't know, redness, I guess I should say, on their skin, but yeah, it's really not that, big of a deal. So you can't just really touch them and like get their blood on you and stuff because like, yeah, radiation poisoning, and they could be infected with that. But Grace seems like an interesting character, I guess. I mean, I'd like to see more of her. Apparently, like, she used to work at like some sort of power plant, and I think it was like a core like blew up, like a reaction core. I don't really know. I don't know how radiation works, and yeah, so it killed a bunch of people. There's like 63 of them still out there with the radiation poisoning, so they have to go out and find them and kill them, and that's why Grace has been setting up traps so she can lure some of the people who were affected by it. So kind of a cool concept. I don't know if it's that amazing, but I want to see more of it. So yeah, I would like to see that in like future episodes. Overall, the episode was okay. I didn't think it was amazing. I definitely think this season has potential going forward. I want to see what they're doing with like Althea and stuff like that, where she is, the Black Armored people, obviously, and all the connections to the Rick movies and stuff. Really interested to see if like that's a version of the Commonwealth or something. But I guess leave me down in the comments below all of your theories and your thoughts on this episode. And if you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Boop.